everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing blatantly, and it's with Cryptic blatantly. Yes, we are back with them once again for season 2. I am the reserve driver for this Monday night, but there's a Sunday and Wednesday. I'm doing Sunday in next month or so, where I'm a leading driver for that one, but I'm a reserve driver for the Monday event. So we are back in there, and we starting off in spread about Belgium. Of course, my friend Luke back in there, and of course he's been with them. Since he came me from, I would say, Silver Stone on one day before that. So he participated in basically every single night this season so far, and I had a bit of a struggle going into this final tournament, which sucks, but of course there's been some rules changes. Apparently, it's see the track limit, like not slow. I think I checked that one up. But we up to the start of the spread late and Belgium. Did not have a good one, but it was my third late with the deal in the racing league. So online, this is my first one doing the racing league. I've done another online league with Martin Schumacher, Adrian Style on come up career, and I've been practicing in my own time along with my team career as well. So we are taking this opportunity to use it, and there's been some chaos has happened. We got old stars about retire. I think he was in some contact with Luke, but they had a bit of a chat in the Discord, and they were not happy. And of course, we got our moment with that guy in front of me at the mall. I don't know why he did what he did, and of course he had the AR, which basically forced me go into Luke by accident, and it basically cost this my life because I got a thundering damage and I lost control of the car and I run. So you know what, there's no point in teaming it. If we pick, which is new team up time with my well, retire, I saved myself from embarrassment. But with this whole situation, what happened, I actually went into the Discord to speak to whoever did it, and I accidentally accused the wrong person, but unfortunately it didn't resolve anyway. I tried, but there was just no point. The emotion was really hard for them to run, you know what, no point to point it out and leave it alone. And if you come back and say to me something, I will obviously correct myself, but put my hand up for making one adoption. Next time, I'm going to do that again. And then towards, in the split, we made, qualified made a mistake. But going into the wall, I was not focusing, I was actually, like, just not focused. I was like, daydreaming, that's what you would say. I was daydreaming in Belgium, in the rain. Why would you daydream in the rain? The biggest mistake I made, but of course the pressure is on, because obviously I'm returning back. I want to try and make the good impression, but because I'm using the gear in the rain, which I've not been able to do very often, so in my team there was barely any rain. So this is my third time actually using the gear in the rain. So we'll see how it actually feels. We've done a lot of them in the qualifying in my team, but they're not as equivalent to this. This is actually pouring down. The result is different. It's not the car, it's you. I don't know, but we'll see what we can do in the later as we have come to the final corner. For you to talk the time is good, which is probably not. We are about 2 seconds off the good timing, and now we do not section 1 did not have a good run down onto this area in the structure. We got a good time, which is positive. We can bring on almost 2 seconds again, but at the lane starting letting up the track is starting to open up the possibility of instrument, which we can see multiple drivers are joining instrument tire. That's something that we can definitely take on as we gotta go back in the pit. After this section 1 is done, we are now in 10th. It's pretty good, but we had to put a new tyre on, but something had happened. I didn't realise when I was doing the AI was taking control, so therefore everybody left without even plot. Everyone left. I didn't think of anything then. Let's carry on and then improve the time, which we did this section, but it was worthless, which is pointless to do it, because everyone left, which got me better confused. why did everyone leave this section? Is it even finished? So we talked along, we actually jumped up and played the group play, which should always be P9, but it won't matter because I have missed the late start, unfortunately, as you can see. No one there. I had to wait for the commentator of the scripting meeting to bring me back in and to get my race going. With therefore, as you can see, although they began, I choose anything. I was like, oh, come on. I was thinking, oh, I was just leaving, but I thought to myself, with the lap one, which I tried getting, and it was this notification said, who's come in? So I was like, wow, another experience this type of issue. So I'm like, how do I do it? And finally, figure it out, and we're now taking control of our car back in William, and hopefully we can score some points. The point system, by the way, has changed. So I know from the first play, it's 30 points, and it goes down to P15, you get 1 point, just check that one again. The point system has changed for qualifying, sprint 20, to sprint lane, and the rate itself. All point system has changed, which if I put my personal opinion, I thought it was pointless, because you want to keep on realistic. But that's me, I always like limited system, but Chaos had unveiled here. Everyone's like marching around, and the Alpine actually in fact had made a contact with me and put himself out. That's what happened. And I didn't even know what was going on, and I had to check the replay. The Alpine didn't even touch me. It was like what you call it, lighting issue. It looks like he touched, but he didn't even touch, and it just launched it up the track, which lady and the car behind me had a bit of a situation himself, which is unfortunate for him, because I think he was running like top 5 or something. So we now ahead of him tries to chase Arthur, what I would say is my rival from last season, Jedi, and of course the problem had occurred for me. What I realised is when we do Belgium, it's the turn 1, I just nodded that back, and it was now turn 1. But no reason whatsoever, I could not understand why we slaughter in turn 1. That's something I'm trying to figure out. What is the issue? As I was into turn 1, and of course I have been learning about the gear, how do I do it effective, and now learn what can I do to make it work. For me, that makes it better, more effective, which I now figure out, which I will speak about in a moment as we overtaken the car behind. Hello, I think that'll be the name of him. We overtook him with a brilliant. Now we chased another Jedi, trying to stay close, but unfortunately, we have made a mistake coming into the corner, because I was not paying attention. I was looking at my MFD trying to figure out something, and I wasn't even paying attention to the braking, so that was on me. Completely my fault, no dirty or nothing. It was all me who went straight into the pit, which I'm thinking about undercut. We're going for the undercut on Jedi, and hello, which in theory might not even work, but that depends how fast I could do, because of course they were pulling away like 2-3 seconds from my mistake. So till we actually catch up to them, in those 2-3 seconds we can recover and get undercut and work. But the good news is it actually did. We should find out very soon. But of course we're now going into lap 9, and the first victim of the undercut is hello, as it's now coming out the pit, going out to turn 1. Of course, still not on with it, but somehow we got good manners. But we didn't get undercut on him. But I did make a move, which is still worked out anyway. The undercut was actually from a different driver, which you will see in the next lap. And that's with a wobble coming up the elbow, which is very annoying, because I actually had an incident going up there in the practice section, and I made a mistake with my overtake, because as I overtook, I wanted to check the camera to make sure I'm far ahead so I can come back in. I ended up shifting the camera, and I couldn't change it in mid-corner to that was my involved, so I had to wait for the right time and then change the camera, but thank God it worked out. And here's the undercut I actually was talking about on Jedi. We've gone ahead into turn 1, still slotted a little bit on it, spot we have completed under top on Jedi, and that now just put in a fight with Hello Jedi and one of it rather in McLaren. I think that's Thomas. So basically four of us I have to fight for P10, and of course because it's my third time back, I'm still trying to shake off all of the rushes bit in recently. They are a lot different in my team or with my video with loot. Things are different because you are now attaching more of a problematic. Sometimes you always occur to the problem in the rating where drivers can get a little bit stubborn or make contact with you due to a bit of a dangerous move or whatever. And Hello, of course, has overtaken me with stuck. Yet try to get the move on the outside, but he defended it pretty well. And that's with a wobble coming out, we tried to get the loss on the outside of him, but we didn't quite get it done. I didn't want to get any damage or anything, and further towards safety car had came out because I think that was the Alpine, yes it is, the Alpine had a crash. I think he made a mistake or something, I can't remember what happened to him, but he went straight into the water with really unfortunate, but we now got further towards safety car ending, and I was very shooting because I sped up a lot to gain time on the car ahead of me, so we can stay within that Diara. And of course the issue we are dealing with, of course the turn one and the battery, and I'm trying to focus, and it had to be from wobble coming out of the butt stop chicane, and we had to let two cars know, otherwise we make a dangerous rejoin, and I don't want to do that. I had to wobble, I was like, God damn, we try to be careful basically, let them know and get back in, and it was really annoying because this is what I'm dealing with, you know what I mean, this wobble, this moment that my steering wheel just went, and I was like, that's not good, so I'm like, I need to figure out how to stop that from happening. That was the third time that situation had happened, so really annoying to deal with, but we're now out of airload onto Tamil Slate, and we're now getting on Jeddah. Jeddah has been overtaken twice now, and we're just standing on the inside, get the move on Jeddah, which we have managed to make it very, very clear, and Jeddah made the contact with me, which was not good for him, because he's now going to lose a bit of a time, but he didn't lose a whole lot of it anyway, but he's sure, no, right on the anyway, so it didn't matter, but we're checking out the replay of the overtake, and we're going to tell you why it was so clean. You can see he went off the track, so it looks like he achieved the track limit, or corner tucked in, and he actually made the contact with me after that, but we do have a slower point of view. We can see it was plenty of space, so I hope that I don't get reported for anything, because if I do, I will put that straight into the appeal and say, look, this was the overtake, didn't even think of anything bad about it, that's your opinion or whatever, but that's what I'm gonna do if I get reported, but I haven't got anything so far about it, so I think it should be safe, but now in lap 13, we've lost too much time to start in front, and my photo is looking slightly due to contemplating on the gym. My third time doing that was content photo, and we now got Jada overtaking, and this is now where I'm feeling a little bit, hang on a minute, why did you do that? You had plenty of room to overtake done, and that was unnecessary. I get contact if you will, and we have a replay, and just see again on the far straight camera, we can see I'm still on the straight line, didn't even move whatsoever. Jedi overtake plenty of space, and they made the contact with me. So in my head I'm thinking, should I report that, because that was unnecessary sportsmanship in a way. If he angry about my overtake or whatever, that's basically ridiculous, but I decided not to bother about it, because there was no point having lost or getting any time from it after got any damage or anything, so I was fine with it. But in lap 19 with a lot bit of a time, in fact I was actually over 2 seconds behind Jedi, so now from this point on to the end I push really hard to try and catch Jedi, and we are still in the point. Remember I said about the point system had changed. Therefore, I'm sure that a shortened point, I think the point out for this one, 4 points, and that check that one out. he tried to catch Jedi, and unfortunately was quicker than me with hard shot. And the problem with that is because the setup I had basically the one setup that was not gonna work on the track. Which, but it's obviously the fun wing I clicked up, but it's on wet weather for the qualifier. I wanted to shoot it down, but it's on 4. If I had it on way, that would be much more favourable for me. Even though there's still much different, but I also changed my rear height of the underfloor, and I think I've changed my suspension enormously. I need to change those. I think with the suspension, not sure with that, or it was something else. So basically, I knew I'm not gonna be fast on the straight line with start, but sometimes you gotta deal with it in it. And now on the final lap, Jedi had pulled away, even though I was taxing, he pulled away with hard start. And my former teammate last season of Tour William, which is me and Pro Joe G, we knew we were the Kunstbottom Championship last season, and Pro Joe has won the racing ball, and of course we're still trying to take Alpha Jedi, and at this point I'm going, I've got nothing to lose, so I'm gonna throw everything I've got to see if I can catch him into the final corner, which would manage to reduce the gap down to 1.4 seconds behind 1.5, so I think it was a good return back, if I'll be honest. It was nice to be back. I decided to do something differently for this season. It took my nose out of anyone's business, so whatever. If you're complaining, your problem, I don't care. I'm just here tonight. That's what I'm gonna do now from this season. And unfortunately, Luke wasn't there. He actually left due to the argument issue he had with Ultra, and he decided not to bother with the race, but he was gonna lose his head, so he started taking stuff on my, which is what I would have done as well, to be honest. So that's my return back into the Cryptic recently, and I would say it was nice to be back. I actually got asked by the host of this recently, and he said, we should want to come back. We've got 3 division or league here. You should go in each, whichever you want. And I was like, so you know what, let's give it a go and see how I feel. If it doesn't work out, I'll just leave again. But yeah, it's been quite nice to come back in and just get a taste of what it's like. And it hasn't been bad, to be honest. There's been a moment of argument, or I get what they were saying, leaving, even though I wasn't leaving. I was asking questions about who it was that was in front of me in the spray that caused me have a bit of a bite check on Luke, but accident. And it was actually a different person, so if that person I was accusing of was in there, I apologise for that one. And it was actually a different person that actually caused the problem for me. So it was nice to be back, like I said, it was good to be back. Now I'm gonna wait for the next one, which will be on Monday. And it will be in Abu Dhabi, I think. So it'll be nice to see what it'll be like. So I thank you guys for watching this video, and there'll be no stream on Cryptic Racing League anymore. Apart from Sunday, this one's Monday, so it's different. But on Sundays, I normally stream on weekend. So the Cryptic Racing League Monday one, no stream, because I don't stream during weekdays, but I should be streaming for the next Racing League for the same one on Sunday in different division. So we'll see how that one might be like. So thank you guys for watching. Please like and dislike my video. Do you appreciate it, and peace out.